Arsenal may have made a very serious mistake in this market. They overlooked a striker compared to the new Diego Costa for just £30 million as Chelsea acted quickly. And in the midst of all this, Andrea Berta has his eye on a name praised by none other than Jürgen Klopp. But hold on tight, because Gabriel Martinelli may be on his way out. And even Sterling, yes, Sterling, left one last surprise at the Emirates. Stay with me until the end, because this video is full of bombs. Another big day for Arsenal, and if you carry this club in your heart like we do, you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because every victory, every signing, every heartbreak, we live it all together. Let's jump into today's news. While Arsenal continued to dream of a top striker, Chelsea went ahead and did the simple thing. They made the decision to sign Liam Delap. Value? Just £30 million. Yes, 30 million. For a kid who scored 20 goals this season, he is only 21 years old, and he is being treated in England as the country's next great center forward. And do you know who was outraged? Adebayo Akinfenwa, the icon of brute force in football, did not mince words live on TalkSport. £30 million is pocket change these days. Delap has everything to be the next Harry Kane, and you let him go to Chelsea? Seriously, Arsenal? Arsenal fans on social media reacted in the same way. That was our 9th. We lost another Haaland to a rival. When will the board learn? And here comes the most curious part. Delap has been compared to the old Diego Costa, combative, provocative, plays with anger, bothers defenders, fights for every ball. He is exactly the profile that Arsenal has been missing since the days of Giroud or even Adebayor and more. He has already come through the Manchester City Academy where Guardiola praised his maturity. He had a respectable championship performance for Hull City with a dominant physical presence. So why did Arsenal ignore this opportunity? Was there a lack of observation, strategy, or is the reliance on Kai Havertz as a false 9 still weighing on the balance? Some insiders claim that Arteta only approves signings if the player has a refined technical profile with above average tactical reading. But isn't this preciousness costing us too many opportunities? What if Arsenal are saving that money for a bigger name? Or worse, what if losing Delap means seeing Chelsea lift trophies with what we let slip by? The £59 million target that delighted Klopp. While fans are still digesting the loss of Liam Delap, behind the scenes at the Emirates, Andrea Berta is focused on a big name, Benjamin Sesko. The Slovenian striker, just 21 years old, is being hailed as the new Haaland, and Arsenal have already opened negotiations with RB Leipzig, but the cost of getting it out of Germany is steep, £59 million. However, what draws the most attention is not the price, but rather who praised the boy recently, Jürgen Klopp. Yes, the legendary Liverpool manager. In a recent interview, Klopp did not hide his admiration. I already knew him from Salzburg. He impressed me. I thought, where do they get these players from? The level is ridiculous. And he didn't stop there. He's tall, fast, intelligent, a complete striker. You can see he has a future. If Klopp is saying that, you already know the weight. Now, look at the numbers. 87 games for Leipzig, 39 goals, 8 assists. Almost 1 direct participation every 2 games. And most importantly, he's the kind of striker Arteta loves. Physically strong, knows how to play with his back to the goal, has a good reading of the game, and most importantly, still has room to improve. It's not a final product, it's a diamond in the making. But here comes the cruel doubt. If Arsenal hesitated to pay £30 million for Delap, are you really going to pay twice as much for Sesko? What's more, Chelsea are also keeping an eye on him, as are Manchester United, who have already monitored the player in previous seasons. What happens if Arsenal takes too long? Will we see another target wear blue and celebrate against us next season? Or will Andrea Berta surprise the market and deliver the number 9 that Arteta has been waiting for? The decision needs to come soon, because the competition is getting ready, and time spares no one. Martinelli in Europe's sights, and Sterling leaves an unexpected legacy. And now, a bombshell straight from Spain. Gabriel Martinelli could be leaving Arsenal this summer. According to Spanish newspaper Sport, Barcelona are keeping an eye on the Arsenal striker. But wait, there's more. The Catalans' main target is another player that Arsenal have wanted to bring in the past, Marcus Rashford. Arsenal made contact but pulled out of the deal, and Rashford ended up spending the rest of the season on loan at Aston Villa. Now comes the market irony. If Rashford's signing for Barcelona fails to happen, Barca's board will target Martinelli directly, along with the likes of Liverpool's Luis Diaz and Bayern's Kingsley Coman. But there is a problem for Arsenal. Martinelli's market value has fallen significantly in recent times, and with Leandro Trossard's contract renewal, the Brazilian situation becomes even more complicated. Arsenal fans love Martinelli and see him as a world-class player, a key player for the club's future and for bringing them trophies. But with director Andrea Berta's new aggressive policy to bolster the squad, it looks like a big name will have to leave for the club to respect the rules of financial fair play. Will Martinelli be the one chosen to give up this space? It is not yet confirmed, but rumors from Spain indicate that his name will be on the list of possible departures. Sterling, a bad goodbye, but with a special gift for Arsenal. And speaking of goodbyes, the one who won't be staying at Emirates is Raheem Sterling. The 2024-25 season was a nightmare for him at Arsenal. He arrived on the last day of the transfer window on loan from Chelsea, who still paid most of his salary. He was expected to fight for a place alongside Martinelli in attack, but the reality was different. Just 7 starts in the Premier League and only 1 goal scored in all competitions. But even after a disappointing stint, Sterling left a legacy few expected. His eldest son has just signed a contract with Arsenal's academy. The Hale End Academy, a breeding ground for talents such as Bukayo Saka and Miles Lewis-Skelly, is now home to youngster Thiago Sterling, who is already training with the club's youth teams. In a heartwarming Instagram post, the boy's mother, Paige Millian, celebrated the achievement. "So proud of our firstborn Thiago for signing with the Arsenal Academy. His growth, dedication, and effort over the past year has been incredible. This is just the beginning. Keep your feet on the ground, be humble, and stay strong. The journey doesn't stop here. Come on, TT." Despite Sterling's departure, Arsenal may be starting to groom the next generation, and with new blood in the Sterling family, who knows what the future holds. Joan Garcia chooses Barcelona and leaves Arsenal, Newcastle, and Villa in the lurch. And there's some hot news from the market that will mess with the heads of Premier League fans. Young Spanish goalkeeper Joan Garcia made an unexpected decision and didn't go to England. According to TBR football correspondent Graham Bailey, Garcia rejected offers from Arsenal, Newcastle, and Aston Villa to sign for Barcelona. That's right, the 24-year-old goalkeeper, one of the most highly valued goalkeepers in Spain this season, will play for his current club's biggest rival, Espanyol. Sources confirmed that English clubs were informed of the decision last week, and there was no chance of negotiation after that. And attention, Barcelona have no intention of loaning Garcia out. He will go straight into the running for a starting spot against none other than Mark ter Stegen. Losing this gem to the competition will hurt Arsenal, Newcastle, and Villa a lot, especially given the way he has excelled in La Liga. The Spanish press is full of praise, with the newspaper Diario AS saying, "Perfect in the air, Garcia proved once again that he is in the eyes of everyone, except coach Luis de la Fuente, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, not just in Europe, in the world. That's clear. The question remains, will Arsenal be able to make up for this loss? Or will we see a frantic rush for a new archer on the market? Stay tuned because this story still has a lot to evolve. And that wraps up today's biggest Arsenal news. If you enjoyed the update and want to stay on top of everything happening with the Gunners, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Come on, Arsenal!